Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sales and Trails. My name is Nick. Thanks for joining me on my flipping adventure. Today, again, sales video. I was actually very ill during this week, so I wasn't able to actually do the intro, the breakdown of the November month, and the outro. So it's going to be me doing that now, post-editing. But without further ado, here's the end of November and then the start of December. I hope you enjoy. Right, in one fell swoop, we're going to finish off November. We had 4 sales to finish off November before starting on the December sales. This is a couple of days into December. But we had some nice ones really to finish off. First one we had is a Tomy Chikorita from Gen 2 Pokemon. I always used to pick the grass types, so in the first one I picked Bulbasaur. Then I'd have Chikorita. And then I would go for Trico, the Gecko. Anyway, yeah, so this one is, I said, Tomy, I think it's 2017. Yeah, 2017 this was made. Picked him up for 50 pence in a charity shop, sold him for £11. So, yeah, always pick up especially Gen 2s, you don't really see them that often. I had a knockoff Typhlosion, which I just gave away. But if you see any ones that are actually legit, they're way more rarer than the likes of the Bulbasaur Charmanders and all the ones from Gen 1. But yeah, nice little pickup there. The next one we have, not really much value in it for me, but I had 2 of these, and it's a Virgin Atlantic cap. This is the cream Virgin Atlantic cap. Has the marquee on the inside there. Hasn't been used because it's still got the actual protector on it. I had a blue one of these, which had the Diana sort of logo. Remember, she wore a jumper. I say remember, but yeah, it's like the famous photo with her with the Virgin Atlantic lady in red diving woman. But yeah, picked this up for like £3, sold it for £7. Not a lot in it for me at all, but I liked to see things go. Now this one was a bit of class. I find this a quality item and it's vintage, like very vintage in comparison to a lot of the other stuff I actually sell. Couldn't say anything then. It's a Commodore Japanese calculator. So this is a liquid crystal calculator. It's an LC5K1. But yeah, it's not working because I've not got the batteries for it, to be honest. And it did have a little bit of corrosion on the inside. It's a bit of a nightmare to open. I'll see if I can slide it open for you guys. What? Yeah, there we go. So you have the chip and all that in the back there. You can see on the battery a little bit of corrosion in there. But yeah, easy to open up. It looks like they tried to force it in, but yeah, figured it out quite easy. This one sold for a grand total of, I think it was £14.99. So I paid, I think it was 50 pence from a local charity shop for this. Might have been £1, 50 pence though, I'm pretty sure it was. So decent profit in it for me. Finally, to end November, in the last video I said it's going to be an absolute pain to pack. It's this. Right, so this is going to be a nightmare. It folds, so it's not so bad, but this is a Simba from the Lion King, and it's manufactured by Star Cutouts. It says on the bottom down here, I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, picked this up from a local charity shop for £1. Sold it for £19.99. These do sell brand new for like £29, but it looks like they just wanted to have a one that's pre-used. I showed them all the sort of creasing in it. But yeah, easy money for me. Nightmare to pack. There's the back of it, guys, as well. So, but yeah. Oh, happy with that in total. I'll go over what I made in total for November, and then we'll start on with the December videos. November wasn't a bad month at all. Got some items now that I need to list and get these profits going again. But overall, November was about £100 or so a week in profit. We'll do the breakdown now. What was sold on eBay, what was sold on Vinted, the costs, and then the overall profit. So we'll start off with Vinted. Vinted was actually quite a quiet month compared to October. We were down about £80 compared to October. So we had £132.30 in total. eBay, again, was a little bit weaker than October. I thought we would be having a much better month on the lead up to Christmas, but it seemed to have sort of petered out a little bit. But we also had some really good sales in October. So eBay was £440.34. Overall, that would bring it to £572.64 before costs. The costs were actually slightly less than October as expected because it was less sales, but it was £151.73. Overall then, when you break it down to weekly, it's about £105, so the grand total was £420.91, which brought us up to a grand total before everything, I think it was roughly around about just under £2,000 for the past couple of months, so we ain't doing too bad. But hopefully December will pick those sort of levels up. And there we go. November actually ended pretty well. We had some good profit overall. When you look at the 4 months we've been doing this for now properly, we've had some good profit overall. And hopefully December will be the same. But we'll start off with 3 sales, and they are as follows. So first of all, we have a hoodie. It's a medium hoodie, and it's a Pikachu hoodie with tag, as you can see there. So this is, I think it's to mark the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. You see on the back bit here. There you go. So I picked this up, again, local charity shop. It was £5, sold it for £17.50. So yeah, not a bad start to December. The next two, one of them I picked up from a car boot, and the other one, again, very recently from a charity shop. I don't think I even shown anyone these. And the first ones they're called Murmur. They are by Hotter. I don't know if you can see it in there. Hotter in there. Oh. I've realised I've been missing out really when it comes to Hotter. Hotter are a fantastic brand for reselling. I've probably missed about a dozen of these going through all the charity shops in the past, and probably missed out on quite a lot of profit. But picked these up for £4, sold them for £22.46, which is a bit of an odd number, but still profit at the end of the day. These are size 4.5. Shows in on the inside of this zip by here. 4.5, and the colour is, I think it's wine, but I thought it was burgundy to begin with. It's wine. But yeah, if you see these guys or any sort of Hotter shoes, pick them up. Oh, so I've been ill all week. Really stopped doing most of the things which I would normally do, so I haven't been able to upload. I haven't really been able to send any of the parcels out. This is the last day before I have to send them out. This is a Saturday. So it's the end of the week. It's going to be all the sales. There will be a little video at the end of this to showcase some items I bought at the start of the week before I had this sort of quick decline in this sort of flu. But I'm going to get these items out now. I'm just going to give you a quick show of them. And the first one is Parker pens. So I got a Parker pen and a Parker mechanical pencil. These are Parker 45s, and I got the one box with it as well. It's the actual case to go alongside it. Picked these up in a car boot for like £4, I think it was, something like that, in a bundle. So I'm guessing about £4 anyway. But it's a 0.9mm pencil, and I'm not exactly too sure. It's just normal sort of pen sort of refills for this. But they sold for £16.95. So not bad at all. We have, I think it's 5 sales in total. So we got the next one we've got is an IKEA plush. I'm not going to pronounce the name because I'll probably butcher it, but if you can see that there. So I've gone as a bear. Simple as brown bear. No, I only need these tags on there. But picked it for, I think it was £1, maybe tops. Sold it for £11. So yeah, if you do see IKEA plushes, especially these sort of ones, I got a leopard one that isn't, I've had it for like 9 months, isn't selling, and it's not really expensive. But if you see ones like these, pick them up. We've got 2 more then for eBay. I've had this one for a long time. I thought it would sell quite well, just never got around selling. I had it for 12, took the posters off, sold it for 10. It's Aragon's Quest for Lord of the Rings for PS3. It's still sealed. As you can see, it's still got a seal on it. So someone's got a bargain here. Sold that for a tenner, picked it up for £1. Finally then with the eBay, we have a stack of new sealed, well I say the old stock sealed ferric TDK cassettes. So these I picked up from a charity shop for, I think it was £2. They were £3, but the guy was like, I just want to get rid of them, so I'll give them for £2. So we've got 6 in total. So they're the FE90s. They are 90 minutes long. You see on the back of it. And yeah, simple enough. So I've sold these for £9.99. They're just in bundles. They're not really worth crazy amounts of money, but a couple of quid profit in it for me. Finally, sorry about this, I have to bend down quite a lot really, I missed the camera, but I've really not set this up well. Like I said, I've not been very well at all. I got a vintage sale. So the one vintage sale for the week, I thought I'd do it at the end this time, and it's Gellert shoes. So the Gellert walking shoes, they are size 7. See it on there, size 7. Very good condition. They have been worn. The soles are very lightly worn. You see this very minimal wear on it, a little bit here, a little bit on there. But Gellert's not one of those brands that really sells amazingly well. So I was surprised I got the tenner. I thought someone was offered me 7-8 quid. I would have took it anyway. Picked them up in a local charity shop 6 months ago, give or take. I just put them up on eBay and they just weren't shifting. So I done the whole thing with Vinted, and then they finally went £10. So £7 profit for me. Happy days. But that's going to see this week off in sales. We've had a pretty good week considering I've not been able to upload. I've not been able to really do a lot because of illness. It's just one of those things. Lucky I'm not self-employed and I still got my other job, even though I actually couldn't make it in. Finally sort of becoming a bit more human today. But yeah, so overall, pretty good haul. So that was the last week of November and the start of December. We had some good sales there, you know, a good amount of profit when it comes to the beginning of December. Profit wise, when it comes to November, was pretty decent as well. £420 is nothing to be sniffed at. Quite happily have that every month, to be honest. You know, we'd be looking at the £5,000 mark then, which is probably maybe going to be my target for next year. We'll see. I don't think we'll hit that, but I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you very much for sticking around if you're still here. But hopefully we'll get some more really good sales in December. But like I said, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.